Hi guys, Determined Gardener here. There are plants you want to avoid buying, and this is a perfect example. This is a prayer plant or calathea. They're in lots of Home Depots and Lowe's, but these plants, let me tell you, are very, very fussy. They require a lot of work. They don't want to be too moist and they don't want to be too dry either. Also, their leaves tend to burn and dry up really easily. This is not a plant for beginners. They also hate to be in full sun, and full sun will burn their leaves or, get this, even kill them. So these are some of the examples of calatheas or prayer plants. You see them in Home Depot all the time. So if I was a beginning plant lover, I would avoid these plants altogether. This is another example of a prayer plant. Look at the beautiful foliage. That's why people get them. Look at the beautiful striking foliage on the top and the bottom. And they look like they're easy to take care of, but I have to be honest with you, I have killed at least a half a dozen of these prayer plants because they really are high maintenance and they are not plants for beginners. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying not to buy them. I'm just saying if you don't want to waste your money and you're looking for an easy plant that is easy breezy, this one you want to pass on. Second plant I would leave on the shelf is the Fiddle Leaf Fig. This is the smaller variety. There are ones that are 4 to 5 feet tall. I have to admit that these plants are striking, but they can be very temperamental. They will let you know that they are not happy by dropping all their leaves. If you want this type of plant, stick with the smaller variety like this one. I had more luck with the smaller ones than the bigger ones. Third plant is alocasia. Out of the two plants that I mentioned, this one is the easiest one to take care of. They require moderate watering. This plant you can put in a sunny spot, but not complete direct sun. Overall, they're easier plants than the alocasia to take care of, but I have to admit, I'm a sucker for these plants. Hey guys, if you're getting some good information, please hit that sub button for me. I'm letting you know all the secrets so you can avoid wasting your hard-earned money on a plant that's not going to work for you. And final plant to avoid are orchids. There's a reason why there's so many orchid groups is because these plants are very hard to deal with. The problem is that it's not overly fussy. It's just very difficult for them to rebloom. They will lose all their blooms, which is normal, but getting them to actually put blooms back takes a very long time. And sometimes the blooms can take over a year to come back. And lots of people don't have patience for that. And the reason why people buy orchids in the first place is because of the beautiful blooms. So if you don't have blooms and if you just have leaves, what is the point of buying an orchid? If you want to buy orchids just because you just love them overall, that's great. But if you're buying orchids for the flowers, I would avoid buying them altogether because they are going to lose their flowers and it's going to take a while for the flowers to grow back. And on a side note, orchids are very susceptible to what's called crown rot. Get water in the crown, it will rot the plant. So again, beware of buying orchids. They're beautiful plants. People like them, but for beginners, I would have a hard pass. So if you're looking for a plant that's a no-fuss plant and you want to get into plants altogether, the spider plant is one of my favorite plants to have. It's not fussy. It doesn't require a lot of work. You can give it a minimum amount of water and it will still grow. They are seen lots of times in those big box stores. They grow really rapidly and they're full. They even grow babies at the end of the tips. And it's really cute if you want one of those cascading effects on your porch or in your living room or on your coffee table. It's a really easy plant to take care of. The spider plant is my recommendation for beginners. Next plant is known for removing pollutants from the air, and it is the snake plant. This is a very popular variety of plants that you see in lots of Home Depots and Lowe's. This plant is also hypoallergenic, which means that if you are suffering from allergies, this won't irritate your allergies or make it worse, and it won't contribute to that stuffy nose or runny eyes. Now, the final and last plant for beginners that I recommend, drum roll please, the cactus plant. That's right, succulents. Now, I'm not talking about the cactuses that have thorns. I'm talking about the succulents or cactuses that don't have thorns. Here's a nice example. It's nice and smooth. It won't poke you or bleed you. And these are really great plants because they are drought tolerant. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes and colors, and they look beautiful on a mantle or on a desk or anywhere that you want to place them. They are really nice plants and easy to care for. They take very minimum water, and sometimes they can grow very, very big, like this one you see right here. So these are definitely plants that I recommend for beginners, either a succulent or a cactus without thorns. So guys, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your family and friends, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The reason why you should subscribe is because this is no ordinary gardening channel. Lots of gardening channels show you the best they have. They show you how beautiful things are, but they don't go through the process of how they get there. They don't go through the process of what not to buy. And this channel specifically shows you what to avoid, what not to buy, how to keep your money in your pocket and not to waste your money on lots of garden supplies or plants that will end up failing you. So this is a channel that if you want to get into gardening, it's really a channel that will benefit you in the long run, help you save some money, help you build your garden, help you build indoor plant collections while saving you money. So it's a really good channel to put that alert button on, that notification on, because you don't want to miss any of the videos I have coming up. And I will be doing lots of videos on gardening and more tips and tricks and hacks to save you money for your garden. So guys, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener, always trying to save you some green. I will be having much more videos this spring and during the summer months. So don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and of course, share it with your family and friends. Until next time, guys, happy gardening, everyone. Bye-bye.